What's up YouTube, it's Luciano TCG here and welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. Today we're going to be seeing something funky. It's not going to be this Fezandipiti, it's going to be the Klawf deck, that's right. Klawf actually got third place at a big regionals in Brazil, believe it or not. Alejandro Luciano Eijo actually got third place with a funky Klawf deck. I am not kidding you guys, this guy was insane with the run with the Klawf, and yeah, the cool thing is with Klawf, you're hitting weakness against Miraidon, you're hitting weakness against Terapagos, which is good because Terapagos was very highly present at both regionals, not only Dortmund but also at the Joinville Regionals in Brazil. Today we're going to be checking out this deck, so if you guys are hyped for it, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button, and of course if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because we are well on our way for the 100,000 subscribers. Will we make it by the end of the year? You guys is yeah, that the question is for you guys, because if you guys are new, you can help out with that. With that being said, Klawf with the unhinged scissors is going to be able to slap 30 damage, but if the opponent is affected by a special condition, you're slapping 190 damage. That is a ridiculous amount of damage for sure, and you're also going to be able to boost that damage output up because the opponent will be poisoned through the means of a Brute Bonnet, and you can also boost that damage output even further with the means of the Radiant Sneasler. So in total, there's going to be 3 damage counters between turns, putting this all the way up to the magical 220 damage output. Very nice to one-shot stuff like a Regidrago V, for example, on the first turn going second is very hilarious indeed. We have some draw power with the means of Squawkabilly early on. This deck typically wants to be going second. You can also donk specific Pokemon because as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, put 5 more damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon during checkup, so you can donk people with the Pecharunt, definitely in combination with the Radiant Hisuian Electrode. So that could also happen. So I always, even if you go first, you can donk people if they only have one Pokemon, which is totally awesome. If you go second, you can instantly go and attack with Klawf because there's a lot of switches in here. You have the late game Bloodmoon for yeah, knocking out some bigger threats if you're not able to get there with Klawf. There's even a Hisuian Electrode in here. You are familiar with that. You're going to be able to slap 100 damage for 0 energies. Also hitting weakness against Charizard. And in combination with Binding Mochi, you're slapping 140 damage. And then with the poison damage racked up with 3 additional ones, you're actually going to be forcing the Charizard to retreat out of the active position, or it's going to be put out of commission. So that's actually super cool. What else do we see here is that we come back with the super effective glasses, making that even more easy. So the Electrode will be able to slap a whopping 1 shot. So you're going to be able to ×3 use that Tantrum Blast as a way you can knock out the Charizards as well. A lot of tools in here, so that's why we're playing 2 copies of the Town Store. There's a Colorless Ascendancy, Tenashi, or whatever it's gonna pronounce. You can get a stadium as well as an energy card, and since we're only playing like 5 energies, 1 jet and 4 TTE, it's gonna be super nice to be having that. Secret box, opening the door to Pandora's box, getting everything you want from the deck is super cool indeed. So yeah, Klawf Electro, let's dive into the rank ladder and see if we can win some games. I'm not gonna promise you guys we will win some games. We're gonna try and do our best. So also big shout out to the sponsors that make the videos possible. DragonShield.com for your sleeves, binders and deck boxes, 5% off using the coupon ZAPDOS5. There's TC Evolutions. If you're looking for damage counters or ability tokens, you can get them with 10% off at TC Evolutions. There's PokemonStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. You can get 5% off using the coupon ZAPDOSTCG. And there's CardMarket.com as usual for European players, where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. The best platform there is in Europe, and you can use the referral name ZAPDOSTCG to help support the channel. We have entered the game here, and the question is, do we want to go first or second? Let's start off with going second, because you're going to be able to attack with Klawf most of the times. If you go first, you can get that Pecharunt donk if the opponent only has 1 Pokemon, but that doesn't happen all the time. This is a very awkward hand to deal with, so I'm very curious to see. Yeah, we do get a mulligan, so that's actually interesting. Looks like we're going to be up against Regidrago, and oh, 3 mulligans. That's definitely going to be helping out because our hand is actually pretty bad, and we also come back with that Fezandipiti, so I don't know how to feel about that one. Also, losing 2 DTEs if we want to like squack this hand away seems pretty bad. We're letting a Regidrago deck go first, and I don't know how we actually will be able to come on top of that. So let's see how it goes. We have an Arven, so that's initially good, right? We have an Arven. We don't have a switch out, but the Arven could get the secret box, and the secret box could get like a stadium, could get the rest. We are gonna be able to use, we have a DTE but no switch out, but with the Arven we do have a switch out, and with the Forest Sealstone we can activate something as well, because with Forest Sealstone it's something we can find through the means of secret box. So will we be able to destroy the Steel Mask Ogerpon in time before the opponent has everything they need? We also have a Bloodmoon which we can activate at the late game. Let's see. Binding Mochi could help out with the damage output, and really helping out with the Klawf numbers as well, by the way. So if we're able to go 2-2-2 here, that would be fantastic. We do, oh, they're gonna slap down the Radiant Charizard. Okay, interesting. Regidrago already in hand. I wonder why he already slapped this down. And an Ultra Ball, maybe they don't want to get rid of it. Ultra Ball, will there be a Squawk? Will we be able to get a KO here? There's a Squawkabilly. They don't know what they're up against, which is the hilarious part. I wonder if they're actually going to be retreating into the Radzard. But then they're going to be losing an energy on the Teal Mask. We're going to be losing an energy on the Radzard. Interesting. Radzard is something easy, way easier that we can knock out. It's not a 2-price Pokemon, however. This hand is actually not good. I am not gonna lie. There's a Cleffa, so they're gonna be going with the Cleffa. The cool thing is that we can actually knock that out with the Pecharunt. They did retreat that energy, so an attachment on there still requires them to get 2 E-switches. Okay, we have the Ultra Ball here. That's actually cool. Tracking Shoes first. There has Hisuian Radiant Sneasler. That's actually very hilarious because we can poison the Cleffa. Yeah, we have... Do we have Recovery here? Yeah, we do have 2 Night Stretchers. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one. We can slap down Radiant Hisuian Sneasler and then Brute Bonnet instantly. Well, we need the Ancient Energy Boost Capsule, which we can actually force here. So we're gonna go Arven. We're gonna get our Secret Box, Ancient Energy Boost Capsule as well. Let's get that going. And then we can go this one, slapping them down. This one, slapping them down. Ancient Energy Boost Capsule on this one. Let's go. These are cards we most likely will not use, so we're gonna be using Secret Box to get ourselves. Do we need Balsasaurus here? It could be really nice to go for like some prizes. Super effective glasses, and these are actually cards we don't need. Maybe a DTE could also be irrelevant. Let's see here. We're gonna be hopefully, yeah. If we draw prizes right here, that's actually not too shabby. We can go for Iono, I suppose. Then also getting ourselves. Yeah, for a Sealstone could be nice if we're able to just do some stuff. There's a rescue board that could help as well. And an Artisan could really help us out to get Pokemon into play. Then for the item card, we could go for a Nesball. And then use the Jet Energy, yeah, to promote one of those Pokemon that we can sacrifice. That sounds about alright to me. Alright, here we go. We're gonna be using Artisan first. Gonna get ourselves our good little buddy Klawf in the house. Let's go. Then we're gonna be using a Nuzball. Getting our good friend. Yeah, this Hisuian Electrode actually is super interesting as well. I'm just gonna get out 2 of these. That sounds nice. Hisuian Electrode could also do some havoc left and right, but that seems okay. Then we can go for the rescue board and the Fezandipiti. Let's go. We will be retreating our Klawf. We can still use Ultra Ball and all that stuff later. So for now, I'm just gonna use the Toxic. I could have used the Toxic Powder onto ourselves. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be wasting the Jet Energy here. I don't want to get poison damage, otherwise they can Kyurem us, which is very hilarious. I'm gonna Jet Energy all the way to the front. With this Klawf, I can sacrifice this Klawf. I don't care about this, and then we can Iono next turn. We're not gonna be able to. We're not gonna attack. We're just gonna let this Cleffa get knocked out because of the Radiant Sneasler damage. How ridiculously awesome is that? If our Klawf gets knocked out, that's fine. They could still go for Kyurem spread, but it's not gonna be doing too much, I suppose, because everything will still survive. And yeah, there's that. Our maximum damage output. We most likely will need to go for that Balsasaur display. We have a Klawf. We have the poison with the Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, so we will be able to either knock out Squawkabilly or knock out Teal Mask Ogerpon. They might Iono us as well, making it a little bit harder for us to start swinging for damage, but Yeah, they're gonna be going for like maybe 2 Kyurem attacks. It's only gonna get them 3 prizes, I suppose. Or maybe they go for Fezandipiti, Klawf, and Klawf, and get them 4 prizes. But we will be taking a lot of prizes as well through the means of boss's orders. Our list actually is playing 3 copies of the boss's orders, meaning that this list is not as bad as it seems. And the opponent also will need Fire Attachment of Turn and double E-Switch in order to progress their board state. Their Kleffa is already knocked out, so we still just need to knock out 3 Pokemon here. Fire Energy of the turn is here. Will there be a Research? Will there be an Iono? Will there be a Pass? I did see in their discard pile that there is already Giratina VSTAR, not the Pokemon they want to be attacking with. So for all we know, if they go 110, these Klawfs can actually no longer attack. So that's gonna be a huge headache because we will not be able to, or maybe I should have not slapped down that second Klawf, because if they go for Kyurem, they're actually gonna be losing all their energies. So there's good and bad about this situation. There's a Mew EX. They're not gonna get out Regidrago VSTAR, it seems, or maybe they already have that in hand, or maybe they want a supporter and they want to leave their VSTAR up to the way they can get back the E-Switch. There's a Temple of Sinnoh, which is very dangerous for us because we actually require multiple energies to attack, so that's kind of tricky as well. Will they find what they need, or will it become a Celestial Roar? I probably would have gone for the Regidrago VSTAR if I had the Ultra Ball right there. Even though I had to like proactively use Legacy Star, that would have been the better option for the opponent. And yeah, there is a switch, so they're gonna be not attacking with Regidrago. And if we're able to boss that one up, it is in the bag here, which is exactly what we're aiming for. And the cool thing here is that we already have the DTE, so that one Jet Energy attachment was hilariously awesome. Our damage output actually is 190, but we can actually just boss up the Regidrago right there, give a DTE to our good friend Klawf, and because of the Temple here, it's gonna be that exact number here. So Toxic Power, let's go. Their Temple is what's gonna be the downfall of their existence. So yeah, we're actually slapping 190. We don't even need the Binding Mochi here because of Radiant Sneasler and Temple shutting down the reduction of the DTE. Is gonna be fantastic indeed. Binding Mochi, super cool as well if we didn't, if we weren't able to make it. But look at that, another boss appears, and what are they gonna do now? Klawf, they slap down Temple, but it helps us, crazy. And that's just an example of how powerful this little crap actually is. There's Red Zard, which can actually attack here because we've already taken 3 prizes. They could try and set up another one. We will not have, we only have 2 more DTEs left, so that's kind of tricky. That is kind of tricky, but we still have the Bloodmoon as well to clean up, so we just need 1 more DTE. We can lose Lumineon and Colress to get our access to our DTE instantly and then save the Bloodmoon boss play for later. I think that's not too bad of an idea. We will need to see another Regidrago right there. There's a Nazball, most likely Regidrago. Let's go. We are so far ahead, it's actually ridiculous. And if they knock us out, we have access to Fezandipiti with a rescue board on top of it. So initially I thought this was going to be a bad matchup, but the opponent wasn't able to get the Regidrago VSTAR out. Hitting for that number would have been way scarier, but it's fine. Okay, let's go. Fezandipiti, time for you to draw some cards. Okay, there's another one of these. We could go for Lumineon here, but maybe we do draw into a DTE instantly. There's the Bloodmoon. I want to slap that down, but I'm not gonna do it. I could slap down Brute Bonnet as well with another capsule. This one is something I most likely will not use, the Electrode, so I will get rid of the Electrode. I will get rid of... I'm not gonna Iono. I have the boss in hand, so I'm actually just gonna get rid of these, let the Ultra Ball still stick in the deck, and we're gonna get ourselves Lumineon. I know it's a 2-prize Pokemon, but what you gonna do? We need the energy. Let's go. I could have gone for an Iono play here, but this seems fine. We're gonna go Lumineon, and our good friend Lumineon will be able to get ourselves the Colress. And the cool thing with Colress is not only do we bump the stadium there, we're also coming packed with the DTE. So I love it in this list. And on top of this, we can go Town Store here. Let's go. We can get the DTE over here. We can already establish an additional Brute Bonnet over here. We can then go for Town Store, get the Forest Sealstone. And now, what are they going to target down? Okay, it's time for us. Always poison before you actually retreat. Oh yeah, otherwise, in this situation, we actually needed to do that because of the effect of Klawf. It needs to be poisoned, but in other situations where you're going to be using the Pecharunt, it could be different. Okay, this is fine. 170 damage output is more than enough to take care of this one. And the only thing we need to do is either attack with Klawf or attack with Bloodmoon. Bloodmoon DTE could also work if they have taken 2 prizes. Yeah, if they have, they're gonna take a 2-prize KO. If not, we have access to Rescue Stretcher. Actually, not Rescue Stretcher, Nice Stretcher and the last DTE. We'll see what happens though. They could also still activate the VSTAR, put down the addition. We have 4 Sealstone though, so they might need to go after Lumineon here. Fezandipiti. Fezandipiti. We have 2 of these Brute Bonnet, so we are 100% poisoning the opponent at least, which is nice. We have access to Night Stretcher, so in worst case scenarios, we can, I guess, attack twice within the leg road. Could also work. The opponent still needs 5 prize cards. This Klawf is like making quick work of this situation. We don't have the DTE, but with the 4 Sealstone Lumineon, we have the DTE, so the choices with them become, are they playing Jamming Tower in their lists? Are they gonna go after Lumineon, or are they gonna go after Fezandipiti? Like, our board is actually pretty good right now. I didn't activate 4 Sealstone just yet because they might Iono us, and then we already have DTE, and then we need something else with the 4 Sealstone. So, cool stuff for sure. And I love when rogue decks do really well at regionals. It's one of my go-to things. Whenever there is a deck doing well at the big regionals, I instantly make videos about them. So if you want your own unique deck featured, do well at the regionals and it will be featured 100%. What are they gonna do now? We only need to take 2 more prize cards. It's gonna be Night Stretcher, Klawf, DTE. Oh, they have the Jamming Tower, okay. Also note to self, Fezandipiti is weak to fighting, meaning that Klawf can always take that down, even though if you don't have Radiant Sneasler up in the house. Let's see. There's a researcher, the nuts. You know, they could sprinkle away with Dragapult, taking down Klawf, setting something up. But if they do that, they still not gonna win next turn. Unless they set everything up for a Kieran play. Okay, they only have 1 card in the deck. With 2 Ionos gone, they 100% need to get Super Out back or Iono, or they deck out, which is also a lose or a loss condition. Dang, 1 card left in their deck. Well, we have 24 cards left in the deck, so there are multiple win-outs. Either we wait until the opponent has 1 prize card remaining and we Bloodmoon boss, or we go for the deck out strategy, or we can also poison the Regidrago and finish it off later because all the rest can get one-shotted. So, lots of cool things, and the opponent only has 1 card in their deck, and they're deciding which cards they need from the Legacy Star. It looks like E-Switch and Prime Catcher. Are they gonna try and trap one of our Pokemon, or what are they gonna do? They could technically win by using Kyurem. Kyurem could be, if they attack twice with Kyurem, how many E-Switches do they have left? 2 of them. Okay, if they Kyurem onto Lumineon and Fezandipiti, and then Kyurem again, they could get rid of my entire field there. Okay, they go for the Lumineon with the 4 Sealstone. That does make sense. That means our Klawf survives, which means we can boss and win. But yeah, they're the Apex Dragon. They can also get rid of Klawf, by the way, if they Kyurem, but then the Lumineon survives, which would be weird. So, most likely they're gonna go... What are they gonna do? It's gonna be weird effects. Let's see here. It's either Kyurem or Dragapult. They're debating. They could go for Kyurem, leave Lumineon stuck, but then we have 4 Sealstone, get Klawf back, and it's gonna be way easier to do that. No, it's gonna be the Dragapult attack. Yeah, we actually don't mind this one bit. Sure. Everything gets damaged. They're gonna try and set up a Kyurem play next turn, right, to win. Okay, I see what they're doing. They're trying to set it up, but we can also always bump the jamming tower. Their play is actually just to go Kyurem next turn for the rest of their prizes. I'm just gonna set up Klawf. And I'm just gonna knock out Fezandipiti, which is 100% weak to fighting. So we don't need to care about damage calculation whatsoever. It's going to be Toxic Powder. And every deck plays Fezandipiti, so Klawf can just go crazy. So the cool thing is, we hit weakness against Klawf, Bloodmoon, Terapagos EX, Miraidon EX. So the deck is actually doing something well. I'm very interested to see what else we will see on the rank ladder. We are here at the highest rank on the Arceus league here. Arceus rank on TCG Live with Klawf currently. So let's collect our quests here. So also, if you want to pimp out your TCG Live account, you can always head over to Potown Store and get 5% off your order to get some TCG Live codes. If you want to like have all the max rarity shenanigans going, that's definitely an option. And for now, let's dive into another game with Klawf Electrode, or is it Klawf Pecharunt? We can also Pecharunt donk somebody. That would be cool if we are able to do that in this video. Again, big shout out to Alejandro Luciano Eijo from Brazil, being able to get 3rd place with Klawf Electrode. Very awesome achievement for sure. Okay, next opponent. Let's give us a Terapagos. That would be cool. What are the worst matches for Klawf? I would say Control. Also, what else could be bad for Klawf? Lugia, probably. Yeah, this is a weird hand. Okay, let's see. Do we need to Squawk? What do we get? What can we do? Why do we always seem to start with Fezandipiti? Looks like we're up against a Palkia Dusknoir deck. This guy does come back with only 1 retreat cost, so it's not bad starting with that one. Starting with Fezandipiti instantly could mean that they can use Palkia. We have the secret box here, which is super nice. Take 1 mulligan. It's a Brute Bonnet. Let's go. Opponent's turn. Okay, if we went first, we could have already knocked out this Dusknoir with Pecharunt, which is super nice. Earthen Vessel. 2 water energy. So how do we progress here? We don't have any prime catcher shenanigans. We can of course always knock out a Dusknoir with Pecharunt with poison. Yeah, Palkia would be really hard to deal with, I suppose, if they can even find a Palkia. Pokestop, they're hopefully trying to find a Nuzball. Yeah, they do. They do discard the Iono in the process. Yeah, with Palkia or maybe Greninja to dig even further. No, it's gonna be Palkia. Palkia really hard to deal with, to be honest. I don't know if we can get that number down. The biggest number we can do is of course with the Klawf, but without the situation. We have the situation right here, right? Either way, we have Switch Card, we have all that. We can use Secret Box to find bosses' orders. But our damage output is not enough. Unless... I see here, let's see. Definitely the Brute Bonnet needs to be slapped down, that's for sure. We can use the Secret Box first. Trying to get, like, Vacuum can go away. Switch Card can go away. And Fezandipiti can go away because we have Night Stretcher. Okay, what can we do here? We can instantly go for the boss's orders in combination with this one. In combination with a Stadium. The Stadium can then get another tool, and the other tool could be Binding Mochi. Is that the way we go about this? And then a Nuzball? Is that the way we can get the KO here? We poison ourselves and use Binding Mochi to get the combo going. Let's figure it out. First of all, Town Store. Next up, Nuzball. Getting ourselves Klawf. Using the rescue board here. Getting the Binding Mochi in the process. Where's my Binding Mochi? There we go. That's 40 additional damage. We put the Ancient Booster here. The Binding Mochi there. The DTE here. We retreat into the Klawf. We boss up the Palkia. We poison it through the means of Toxic Powder. And if something gets knocked out during our turn, we have Fezandipiti to rely on. So I think it's not too bad of playing out my entire hand with Klawf to knock out the only Palkia the opponent has in play. So I love the addition of the triple boss here. Okay, we got 2 prizes, super nice. Most likely we'll be able to KO something else. There's a Carmine, super nice indeed. Yeah, we can even Lumineon boss and do it again if we want to. Unless the opponent has Candy Dusknoir to knock out our Klawf, but then we can activate Fezandipiti. And then we can take a prize card as well. So I don't know what the opponent will be doing here, but looks like the deck is insane. It has been approved. Zappy approves. Yeah, that's actually super nice. A Klawf deck. Who would have thought? Another Palkia. They're probably gonna trap us. Luckily, we played 3 copies of the Switch card. We probably most likely will not be able to. Yeah, we could Ultra Ball, Lumineon boss, and find with the Town Store the Forest Seal Stone for the Switch card. Now, it's most likely what I'm gonna be doing here. There's a Greninja. They're gonna motivate onto Palkia or onto Froakie. Yeah, it's gonna be onto Froakie. Okay, they could swing with Froakie. I suppose that's gonna be a tricky situation. Sure, we can Town Store. Get the Forest Seal Stone. Then get ourselves Boss's Orders through the means of Lumineon. And finding the Switch card. Yeah, that seems to be the best plan of action here. Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of these. It's Lumineon time. Again. Lumineon time. Lumineon. Boss time. We have 1 more boss remaining, which is awesome. Boss. This is the scariest Pokemon right there. For Seal Stone. Star Alchemy. And we're doing it again. Palkia is not coming to town. Not on my watch. Switch carding the Brute Bonnet. Healing it back up. Using the Toxic Powder once again. And now. Scissor attack. Palkia is getting slapped left and right. The reason why I'm going after Palkia is that Palkia is a very hard Pokemon to deal with. It could have saved my boss for later. Could have also gone after Froakie, which had 2 energies. But I'm good with this. We have taken 4 prize cards already. And Greninja, funny enough, is actually able to knock out this one. Is able to knock out this one. But if we 2-shot, we still win. So there's a Dusknoir. They can pop it if they want to. Maybe it's gonna help him to take additional prizes. They only have 3 cards in hand. So Cursed Blast, is our Klawf actually getting knocked out? If they knock out Klawf while getting rid of Fezandipiti, that would be annoying. But we do have another Arven in hand, which is actually super nice. Okay, they're going after Klawf. We do take a prize card though. They could Iono us to 1 prize. They could do that. Thank you. It's a Squawk. That's not what I want. I wonder here which one. I probably will promote Radiant Sneasler. I don't need the rest. Candy into Greninja. Okay, we are actually weak to fighting, so maybe that's not the brightest idea. Shinobi Blade. And we are knocked out. Maybe I should have saved that one. Just maybe. Because we've burned through one hell of a lot of switches. But there is a Squawkabilly right there waiting for us to get destroyed. And the cool thing is that we can always poison the Greninja for some lower damage output. We will need this one for sure. This one can get knocked out, but then we can Blood Moon, I suppose. Maybe it's better giving up on this one. How many rescue boards do we have access to? We played 2 of them, so most likely the best plan of action is promoting this one. Alright, let's go for the town store. Do we go for the town store first? Sure. And I'm actually gonna get that rescue board out of the deck right away. Greninja right here is weak to Psychic, which is something we are actually not having access to right now. I'm gonna be giving this one first. I'm gonna be drawing some cards with the flip the script. I'm gonna get Iono to 100% of the time. There is a Klawf up and ready to go. Okay. Klawf. Sure, they can take 3 prize cards with this situation, but if we're able to use Klawf already, this one will be damaged and then they're gonna be sorry. Let's see here. Arven. We will with Night Stretch. If we Night Stretch, the Klawf also will get knocked out because of the Shuriken shenanigans. Interesting. Binding Mochi could already slap some damage, but we don't need to slap that much damage to 2-shot here. Maybe an Iron Bundle would have been nice. It would have been nice. They will Iono us to 1, right? Interesting. What do we need then? Rescue Stretch is not what we need. I'm actually gonna be getting the Binding Mochi. And the Nazball, I suppose. Actually don't need any of these cards. Whatever. Sure, we're gonna be retreating into the little Klawf. The Klawf with the DTE. The Klawf with the Binding Mochi. The Hisuian Heavy Ball, get nothing. The Nazball again, which will get this one out. Yeah, because if they go after Fezandipiti, our Klawf survives unless they knock out Klawf and the Fezandipiti all at the same time. So maybe it is better to go for this one. They cannot knock out anything of these guys out. So I think we can leave that as a surprise, I suppose. Brute Bonnet or not? I could just take this one. I think it's not bad. What are they gonna do? They can knock this one out, but then they lose regardless. So I will just poison and Bloodmoon will finish the job. Whatever they do, if they knock out multiple prizes here, Bloodmoon finishes them off. So sayonara, Klawf. The reason why I took the Bloodmoon here is because of the fact that I most likely will get Iono'd. And at this point, they can technically knock out Ursaluna and Klawf, but then we can Arven for Night Stretch and KO. At this point, I don't see another way for them to take 4 prizes. They could take 3 at most, but that's it. And Greninja is heavily damaged as well. There's a switch. They can save their ninja, but let's be honest, this Klawf here is a monster. It's gonna be actually 170 with the Binding Mochi, 210 with poison. Yeah, it's Binding Mochi. Stitching Klawf together, folks. It is stitching the Klawf together. There's a shoe for an Ultra Ball that goes into the discard pile. Do they have what they need, or will they have to concede here? A Pokestop is gonna be, or they're gonna be going for the Iono. I get 1 card. It's a Brute Bonnet. Not too bad, I suppose. We are still poisoned, so they need to actually knock us out. They can go 120 to 2 targets. Okay, they get Hisuian Heavy Ball, Earthen Vessel. There's another Dusknoir in the discard pile. 2 of them already. 3 Ionos down. Yeah, if they knock something out, we have Fezandipiti. If they knock something out, we can attack with Bloodmoon. They cannot knock everything out at the same time. And if they attack with the Greninja, they're done for, because we can simply attach a DTE and it's game. And we still have access to the Chlorosystenic. No, we do not. Chlorosystenic already in the discard pile. Okay, sure. They're doing all sorts of wacky stuff. They could swing with Bloodmoon, I suppose. And then finish off with the Greninja. Okay, interesting. This is an interesting situation. So we either need Boss or an additional Klawf. So that means we need either Night Stretcher. Oh, they're actually swinging with the Greninja there. For 170. They're going for it. That's perfect. Okay. That means Night Stretcher is game, right? Night Stretcher or DTE is game. They're taking 1 prize, so we definitely need a DTE in order to slam with the Bloodmoon. 2 DTEs in the discard pile currently. There's a Night Stretcher, that's already game. Night Stretch time. Klawf returns. The return of Klawf. We retreat, so our damage output actually becomes enough. Now that I think about it, we can also still draw cards, right? Is this enough? It's only gonna be 99. 99 damage is enough. I don't need anything else. Klawf time. Toxic powder. And we're actually stopping. Oh, we don't have the energy quite yet. Okay. That was actually kind of foolish. It was kind of foolish. We can of course still have the Iono play, but that was really stupid. I thought I already had what I needed, but I didn't. Yeah, sure, let's go for Town Store. That could have gotten way better. Binding Mochi. I don't need another binding. It's fine. I thought I already had the DTE. I was too far ahead with my mind. So it's gonna be an Iono to 1. Either they knock us out or we win. It's an Energy Lotto! Never punished! I am literally never punished. Let's go. Yeah, that was a little bit of a brain fart myself, but sure. Sure, the opponents are like, really? This guy draws nuts, but could have swung differently, I suppose. Should have waited with what I retreated before I had the energy, but still. Yeah, Klawf doing it again. Look at that. The top deck of the century with the Energy Lotto and then finding the DTE because all the cards that are not DTE were on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Klawf humiliating Palkia. Really like that. Taking 4 prize cards before the opponent has even started the game. So that was actually Stefan Ivanov's list with that 101 line of the Greninja EX thrown in there. We won against Regidrago VSTAR. And we didn't even see a Terapagos yet. Alright folks, this is going to be, hopefully, another matchup that we haven't seen quite yet. It's a dragon type coin. Could be Raging Bolt. Do you want to go first? No. Yeah, against Raging Bolt could be kind of tricky, but it has a 3 retreat cost, so they most likely will get knocked out through the means of poison. We start with the Squawk. Do we want to start with the Squawk? We do have a switch card, I suppose. Yeah, our hand is pretty bad, so I'm actually starting with the Squawk. We still have switch card into... Okay, it's gonna be Dragapult. Scary matchup. Okay. How do we deal with this? We do have access to 2 rescue boards. Yeah, they're playing with Pidgey. This is not the Dortmund regional winning list. Okay, what to do? Ultra Ball, that's actually nice. Ultra Ball, I will get rid of this, I will get rid of that. Let's go. I can get myself, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, put 5 more damage counters on the opponent's active Pokemon. 5 is not the number I want to see. Or we could go for this one. 100 damage, then we don't have a lot of HP that way. I think we're gonna have to go with the Klawf. It's gonna have to be the Klawf doing Klawf things. Brute Bonnet, Binding Mochi, switch cards into this guy, and then hope we draw DTE, Energy Lotto, any of these things. None of these things. We still have Carmine though. We have the Town Store as well. Town Store could work. We have a Hisuian Heavy Ball. Look at all these. The secret box is prized. That's very bad. Okay. We can Town Store, get the rescue board. That's actually not bad. Or do we get the rescue board? Maybe we should just... If we have the rescue board, it's actually way nicer. But this is probably more important, right? Ancient Energy Boost Capsule. I don't want to slap this down because I'm gonna get bad damage and I want to use Night Stretcher for it instead. It's gonna have to be Klawf into... I could still switch card into this one and hope we draw a rescue board, but... Yeah! No, it should have been a... I should have waited with the Town Store and used Carmine first, but I wanted to tin the deck. I wanted to tin the deck. Interesting. Nazball. could get our good friend Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. Sure. And Tracking Shoe. Get a Tracking Shoe. It always happens like that. Tracking Shoe. TTE, yes! We made it! We made it. The search is over. Sure, but we will poison ourselves, which is a very huge problem. But we will take the first KO, I guess. But they will, when they have Pidgeot EX, when they have Dragapult, it's going to be a really bad matchup. Even though we took the first prize, it's not going to be that easy. We have a Bloodmoon. We have this weak HP liability. They most likely will have Candy, Pidgeot. Oh, they have Fezandipiti first. That's something we can take 2 prizes on. That's nice, I suppose. But we already discarded 2 Balsasaurus. So really bad, because we need to 2-shot Dragapult and we have no longer access to more balls because we discarded them early on. I want to have a boss real quick because I only see 1 Dracloak. If they don't slap down something like a Buddy, they're gonna be done for. Downstore for Sparkling Crystal and then bam! No. Yeah. How do we win this game? How do we win this game? Knocking out the Pidgey first, saving the boss for later, 2-shotting Dragapult. 8 cards in their hands. Rescue board for the Pidgey. For a counter catch probably on the Brute Bonnet. Yeah. They always do it. They always do it. And an Iono play, sure. What do we get from the Iono? It is a Jet, so we are off to the races once again. Good Jet up front. And okay, they have Pidgeot. That's pretty bad. They could leave Pidgeot in the active. It will be poisoned, but we're not going to be able to one-shot it. But if it's damaged just a tiny little bit, that would be nice. But we have burned through all of our Balsasaurus, which is not nice. They need to get out another Dreepy. Rotom. No Super Rod. Yeah, Quick Search, Buddy Puffin. All of these Pokemon weak to fighting, and we have only 1 Balsasaurus. That really pains. It is just such a pain that we had to discard them. Yeah, because if we do some damage to a Pidgeot, we're never gonna be able to hit it again. Maybe they retreat into a 1-prize Pokemon and save their Pidgeot. Maybe they think we're playing Palpat. They don't know the exact 60. Now they're leaving Pidgeot in the active, which is super duper annoying. Sure, what do we do here? Town Store again. Binding Mochi. Not good indeed. This one has damage. I could keep getting the damage, but let's be honest, this is not good. Like, we jet ourselves into the active position. 0. There's even resistance thrown up into the mix. Toxic Powder. And since I don't want Town Store in play for their Sparkling Crystal, so maybe we will need to use Colorless Ascendancy to get... I most likely will get Iono'd as well, so I'm gonna leave the DTE in the deck. Or maybe they're gonna go for Arven. Maybe. Arven again. Binding Mochi here. I'm not sure how we can win this game. Another Brute Bonnet is not bad. We have 1 boss. If we had multiple bosses, it would be way easier, but we do not. We do not have that. It's only gonna be 180. The poison will do a little bit of damage, I suppose, but a horrible matchup. If only I had access to my boss. Now I have only access to 1 boss. I will get Dragapult here. And they can spread whatever they feel like. We can maybe go for a 2-shot, but they have more of these Dragapults lying around. I didn't want to go for... Yeah, maybe they also have a Temple. We need to save our last stadium just in case Temple comes around. And we still have this 2-prize liability, so they can literally counter catch this one and start sprinkling. Would be way easier with our boss. Just because this early game, we most likely will not be able to win this game unless we have a very powerful Iono, and even then, I don't see it working out. Okay. Super effective Glass is also not doing anything in this matchup. Dragapult does not even have a single weakness. And the Pidgeot can simply free retreat. It still is gonna have 70 HP remaining. They have the Quick Surge, they have the Fezandipiti, they can Sprinkle. The only way we win is if, like, not even then, like next turn they just manual attach to one of these, because we cannot finish this one. We're gonna try our best, but it's not gonna work. We definitely need 2 balls in order to win. Dragapult knocks out Klawf, spreads 60 onto Brute Bonnet, although our Pokemon do have a lot of HP, I suppose. In that sense, if they like go after a Brute Bonnet with Sparkling some damage, we can put the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule onto it. Against Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, they need to like do it 3 times. Another Dracloak. The Reckon Directive. Coming to town. Might note is that our other 2 prizes is in the discard. Maybe a Collapse could also not be too bad here to get rid of your Squawk. Phantom Dive. Where is the damage gonna end up? They're gonna go after Squawk. If I had a Collapse Stadium in the list, it would be super nice. Say goodbye, Klawf. Alright, let's do it again. We're gonna we have the boss here. We can go after Pidgeot. This one. Artisan Shuffle Party. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that Pecharunt. No way. Slapping down this again. Poison time. I'm gonna save my balls and see what they come back with. Because 210 is a lot of damage. But if I cannot deal with second Dragapult, I cannot deal with that. They can start swinging again, but then they're poisoned again. Meaning, if they get poisoned coming into our turn, we can put the Pecharunt into play. And then it gets knocked out automatically, but it does come back with a low amount of hit points. Could have gone after the Pidgeot already. Nah. Another Dragapult. This one evolves, so that's pretty interesting. And our Squawkabilly is looking grim. They will take 3 damage counters coming into our turn, 3 damage counters coming into our turn. We can actually knock it out with Squawkabilly if we have like the Jet Energy. That would be... the Jet Energy is already gone, so... But unfortunately... Bloodmoon could also be put into play to attack twice because we have switch cards. Only 1 switch card remaining though. But yeah, this is a deck that doesn't want to see Lugia or Dragapult, I would say. And definitely not with this Pokemon League headquarters. And buzzing up the Brute Bonnet. Maybe they think we don't have an Ancient Energy Boost Capsule. Could be the case, I suppose. Either way, we still knock it out because of the 30 damage. And then they won't be able to use Fezandipiti because they're gonna be knocked out coming into their turn. Actually going into the between turns. So now they have enough damage. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that our Brute Bonnet is gone. I don't mind this. Our Squawkabilly will get knocked out soon though. So we can slap a little bit. Can we do that? We're not poisoned. Sure, we could slap down Lumineon and then try to make sure the opponent doesn't have anything. Like at this point, they get 3 damage counters. That's not enough. Definitely not enough. We need to like slap down Lumineon and try to make sure the opponent doesn't have anything. With our, we can wait for a classic Ariono, use Arven instead, and the Arven could get the Ancient Boost Energy Capsule, and then we can wait until we can Iono them to a lower hand size. But we need a new hand as well. I think I'm gonna Iono right now because this hand is actually unplayable. Let's go. Okay, we can also not get rid of this one, unfortunately. We do have this one, so we could technically poison and then slap 10 damage, or put a DTE on here and try to force our way. What is this? Yeah, not good indeed. At least we're gonna be able to knock out a Dragapult, making it difficult for them. This is 2 prizers, this is 2 prizers. If they can counter catch and knock out Lumineon and Squawkabilly at the same time, they win. But still showcasing that the deck has some legs to stand on. Even against Dragapult. If I had access to my bosses, it would be super nice. So what they need to do. Attachment, or actually evolve Dracloak, put the Sparkling Crystal onto the Dragapult, and the Dragapult needs to come to the Dracloak. Then they need to counter catch Lumineon and use Phantom Dive to knock out Squawkabilly as well as Lumineon. They reshuffle their hand, so they had great cards in hand with the Buddy Buff. Now flipping the script, see what they draw. They only have 16 cards left in deck, so they most likely will find what they need. There's a Nazball. 3 prizes to take. Nazball with, then Reckon Directive or something, and then Pidgeot. I wonder if they have enough stuff to last into the game. There's already 2 energies there. And a Vessel right there as well. Can we get ourselves a turn? Please. Please let there be 2 Fire Energies and 2 Stretchers prized. 2 Night Stretchers prized. And 2 Fire Energies prized. That's all we're asking here. It's not a lot. Super Rod, really? Super Rod can get Dragapult back, Fire Energy back, and... oh, Radiant Alakazam. I'm gonna use Radiant Alakazam to then win next turn, I suppose. Crispin time. We can no longer Iono, so this is this is game. But I'm gonna go down to maybe 1 prize. Let's go with that. Let's get the situation like that. Okay, they have the Crispin, they have the Dragapult again. This is 100% game because we cannot deal with this one. But I'm actually going to be taking down another Pokemon here. Now they have the counter catcher as well, so it ends here. Taking 4 prizes. Let's go, that's nice. We're going to be congratulating the opponent here for that amazing play. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of the Klawf deck. If you did, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in ridiculous ways. You have no idea. And subscribe for more Pokemon content heading your way. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.